Dogtooth kills Luffy, but then he's like
Oh
so
my
impressed.
God.
He's so impressed by his conviction, he just like picks up his straw hat and says, "I'm Luffy, gonna be king of the pirates."
Jesus Christ. What the
And
fuck?
then he just goes on the Thousand Sunny. "I'm Luffy now." You gotta love to be gone back yet. Don't you grab it. This video is brought to you by T-Blocks. Enjoy the content now, but stay for the shilling later. Hey, welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends. So since Zavule has been gone for the past few weeks, we're gonna do One Piece discussion of the past few chapters because we're waiting for Goro because for some reason he's in a 5 bajillion length conversation with Jimmy and like, Jesus Christ, come on, why is he calling you on a Saturday night?
I don't know. Maybe he's bored and lonely.
I guess, but like that's like I would hate to be that person. I've got nothing to do, so I'm gonna go call you.
Fair.
All right. So anyway,
Oh, yeah. Shit, bitch. Wait. Give me a second. Is there like a full blown new one?
No, there's no new chapter this week. Remember, we're on break.
Oh, God damn it! That's fucking.
So like,
yeah,
since so what are your
is
thoughts?
there a real difference between Bounce Man and Snake Man?
I have no clue. I could not figure like his arms go, but his arms already really went faster.
Yeah, they look like it's the same fucking thing.
I assume the idea is that
maybe
like
a little slimmer than usual, but I don't know. Maybe I need to see it in the anime. Like,
yeah,
honestly, fucking, unless they're fucking talking about the fucking video game, because honestly, that's what it fucking reminds me of.
Which video game?
Snake. The game where you just have to like go eat pellets and not hit your own tail.
Ah, interesting.
But that said, you don't name a fucking form after it. It looks the exact same, the exact fucking same.
It's a little thinner. It's like, little thinner limbs.
I guess. I mean, I'm enjoying the content, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. It was not the most impressive transformation that Oda has come up with, and it definitely feels a little, kind of BS-y since there was, well, then again, Luffy's gear transformations never have much of a preamble. He just sort of whips it out, and then you just have to assume that, like, half the time when he's, like, dicking around on, the Thousand Sunny, he's, like, thinking in the back of his head, man, maybe this would work.
Yeah, I know, but still, at least like gear second, he turns red, it starts to steam. Gear third, I mean, that his arms grow and all that good shit. It's noticeable. Gear fourth, like the fucking bounce man and shit. Okay, yeah, that obviously looks different. I was kind of expecting like extra wiry and like him to be like super deformed and like kind of Slender Man-y or some bullshit
that is true. Because, well, the one thing I noticed is that he's got, like, the like, smoke around his, like, back, which is kind of like the Fujin Raijin Thunder God spirit or whatever.
I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. I kind of get into arc fatigue.
Well, that's what I was kind of curious. What do you think of the big old Luffy versus Dogtooth fight? And what do you think of the whole revelation of, like, Flambe, where it's like, oh, she's a really shitty person, and she's like, ah, ha, 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 and then, like, freaking Dogtooth's like, super manly, don't get in the way of our fight moment.
I mean, again, I'm kind of suffering from arc fatigue here.
You're also of the opinion that you just want this to be over.
Yeah, kind of.
I agree with that, but I did really enjoy, like, the freaking, like, this feels like the most, like, no-hold-barred, brutal beatdown that we've seen Luffy endure in a long time.
Yeah, and hey, out of all the fucking Paramecia fruits, Jesus Christ, Mochi is just the most Logia-style broken bullshit. It's like fucking regrowing arms and shit.
Shooting out fucking, fist missiles. And I really did enjoy the spiked donut.
Okay, yeah, the spiked donut was... God, Jesus Christ. I kind of wonder at some point if he couldn't just, like, start reshaping himself to, like, be other things. I mean, he's basically just a gooey mess that he can just turn into whatever the fuck he wants, so...
Yeah, pretty much. Just like this freaking, invincible fucking super beat-em-up creature that just is completely unstoppable. And, he's surprisingly good for, like, considering he's technically a sub-commander.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's what, like the eldest son and all
Yeah,
this good shit.
yeah, he's, like, the second eldest son, and, what else is there? He's the second eldest son, and he's the one of the 3 sweet commanders.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, again, I'm enjoying it, but man, oh man, oh man, I just want it to be over, you know?
You're ready for the next thing.
Yeah, I really am.
I'm trying to think, though. I think I looked back. This arc started on chapter 825, and now we're very close to 75 chapters of Totland.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I used to really like One Piece because of how succinct all of the action was. And we are really getting to that like shonen stretch.
Yeah, and it's not like there's like there's any reason to stretch it. There is a part of me that like as cute, as fun as the Luffy versus Dogtooth is, and as much as his profile has been risen in my head canon, I kind of almost wish there was an ending where like Dogtooth kills Luffy, but then he's like so impressed. He's so impressed by his conviction, he just like picks up his straw hat and says, "I'm Luffy, gonna be king of the pirates."
Jesus Christ.
And then he just goes on the Thousand Sunny. "I'm Luffy now. I'm a gum boy."
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Tell me you wouldn't find that interesting on some level.
Yeah, but I mean, that would just tank this fucking series like Bleach. Oh yeah, speaking of which, did you see that they are making a live action Bleach movie?
Yeah. There's I don't know if it's out yet, but there's been a lot of like live action anime movie adaptations. They've all been...
I have to say, that is probably the most exciting and best thing that has ever happened to this series, from the perspective of someone who does not give a fuck about Bleach.
I'm surprised even you were aware of it. Like, I think on Netflix...
I found out about it, like, tangentially, and I'm just sitting there going, so wait, you're going to take a relatively interesting concept that was ruined by its creator, take it away from him, give it to a screenwriter who is obliged to make something interesting in 90 minutes or so every single time you make a movie, while also, like, just being beholden to your audience to make, like, a concise, complete product every single time you make a sequel. I mean, this is exactly what Bleach lacked.
Well,
I mean, I would watch this movie. I might actually be interested in watching the sequels just because they took it the fuck away from the manga artist and just went, all right, so we're gonna have a screenwriter do this who actually knows what the fuck he's doing, and yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and maybe retcon a bunch of the terrible bullshit you pulled.
that is interesting. I have no idea. I have no idea if it changed anything. I've just seen like little bits and clips from trailers.
I don't know, but I mean, I kind of hope they do once if they continue to make sequels, because that was always my fucking problem.
Well, I thought you always just hated the defense fairies. That was your like endpoint. That was like before like Bleach even hit its stride.
I mean, also I did kind of fucking hate the defense fairies. I won't lie.
They were always kind of stupid, but they never really did anything.
I part of my problem was it was a cool concept, but the Hollows were just terrible villains.
Oh yeah, it was like a really boring Monster of the Week thing. Like
yeah, and then once we started like introducing like, oh, and everybody else has powers too, I just, oh god, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. And I just never got to the point where there was actually like a...
Oh man, you missed it before, like, the series completely changes and, evolves from a Monster of the Week to, magical samurai sword battles.
Yeah, and then just slowly slid back down into that fucking tar pit of horrors.
Yeah, as Kubo, the world came to the horrible realization that Kubo only had like 2 or 3 tricks and he just did them again and again.
Yeah, so like I said, I would be interested in seeing that handed off to a screenwriter who is just kind of obliged to take those kind of plot arcs and just kind of condense them down into 90-minute snippets with a defined beginning, middle, and end, and maybe like retcon some shit when you actually get somebody who like knows what the fuck they're doing. And
Well, did you see the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie on Netflix?
I did not.
I know that's out there now, finally. But well, obviously this is Japanese. I'm kind of curious, but I've heard terrible things. But then again, I can't think of any one of these that's actually been good
Yeah, yeah.
until we eventually get the One Piece live action TV series.
Oh Jesus Christ! I don't know how to feel about that.
What's your like over under on like when you think this is going to be over?
Oh God. Oh fuck. I mean I keep saying like it'll be over soon, but I've been saying that for
Yeah,
months now.
we've been saying that for months. It's been a while. Like, oh, I wish they ended it after when they like knocked the cake down.
I do too. You know what? I'm gonna be pessimistic and say 40 chapters.
No. You know what the creepiest thing was? I think someone did an interview with Oda, and they said that like he said like, oh, the Wano country's not till 1 to 2 years, and I was like, fuck, what do you mean? No, 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 no. This is meant to be like a side trip. We're supposed to go there, and then that's where you have like the big, let's introduce all the other supernovas. Let's introduce some crazy side characters. Give us some lore about Japan land. Maybe some like understated social commentary about the current state of Japan, and then we get into like the big brawl, drag out brawl where all the supernovas join forces against Kaido, and that lasts like 30 chapters, and it's the best thing in the world. Because eventually, we're kind of building up to like the supernovas versus taking down a Yanko. If anything, this arc has been building up in terms of like, oh, Luffy, this is all the shit you're lacking. All you did was punch Big Mom once and you didn't do shit. And then, the next thing is going to be not quite a training arc, but it is going to be sort of like, we need to join together and push ourselves beyond.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate to say this, but I haven't been nearly as impressed with One Piece after the time skip as I was before the time skip.
I think it's definitely... I could agree with that. Like, well, Totland I thought was a big return into form until we got to this Dragon on thing.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I would just kind of like Oda to take... This is going to sound terrible. I'm probably going to get so much shit for this. Take a year off.
Oh! No! No! How could you say that? Especially when we're like on the cusp of,
Oh, come on! Just take a year off, calm down, take a vacation. Like, does he have a wife?
He's got a wife.
Yeah, see your wife for like more than like 30 minutes at a time every week. Just calm down and just come back refreshed and happy and revitalized and tell your editors to go fuck themselves. You're gonna do this shit at your own pace, and you're not stretching anything. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah,
take the year off.
That is weird. Like, you got a good point there. Do you think it's like the Shonen Jump editorial committee that's like, you gotta stretch this out? If anything, I feel like you'd get external pressure to like, you gotta end this so the anime can get pre-production on the next arc. Because, the anime is
no,
disturbing.
Jesus Christ, no. Why would you end something that's such a cash cow?
Well, not the series, but just the arc. Like
yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm not saying end the series. Like, if I was to like gauge what I think the natural lifespan of One Piece will be, I feel like we've got what we know. We've got up so far. We've got the Reverie. We've got the Wano country. And then post that, I think we're gonna have like a supernovas versus each other, race to One Piece, Raftel arc.
Yeah,
we're gonna have find the fucking One Piece arc. We're gonna have the big revelations, and then we're gonna get the big final super hyper mega war to end all wars arc, which will be like
somewhere in there, Blackbeard's gonna show up and start punching people in the day.
Yeah, that's the X factor. Is like when are you gonna play the Blackbeard card? That's interesting though. Like, I guess like maybe one of the part of the frustrations of why it feels like One Piece hasn't been as good is that like it feels like we haven't gotten like a really big payoff in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, and like we keep fighting people that we just keep hitting every high note, and there's no payoff for doing it.
What do you
Like
mean by like?
we keep running into people that before the time skip just would have been these oh shit moments, and just like world changing amazing things would have happened. Like Doflamingo just would have just been insane. And then it's like, okay, all right, well, we jumped from that immediately into Big Mom, and there's been no
Well, there was
time to
the Zoe arc was basically like kind of like a prolonged vacation. Don't forget
yeah,
about Zoe.
but there hasn't been any like step back and watch the world change stuff happen.
Oh yeah, true. Those are like probably my favorite segments of One Piece.
Yeah, I mean that's really what I feel like I've been missing is like just those segments back in Marine headquarters where Sengoku is just like, oh, what the fuck? What did what now? Okay, great. Just fucking great. No, yeah. Here's a close up of the fucking goat eating an entire like ream of paper. That's fantastic. No. Just shit fucking piss. Like we just haven't had any of that, and I know it's coming, but I just really want some kind of payoff.
True.
Like even when like even delayed stuff. Uh, like when Bartholomew Kuma was given orders, like, yeah, you can't. Is Moria still alive? Even a little bit? How alive? Because he can't die. That would be really embarrassing if we had or we had
Two Shibakai.
two of the warlords, yeah, just knocked out by the same person in less than like a year. No. Just keep him breathing. It's fine. It's fine. So just even stuff like that, where we're given like something out of that, and I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, Christ, what the fuck was his name? Big News Morgan. I was kind of hoping like for some actual news out of fucking Big Bird the Newsy.
Well, we can only hope that he like obviously the big event that's been set up forever is the Reverie, and I feel like hopefully that's going to be like our big lore payoff where we see shit go down.
Yeah.
Because I do
So
agree.
overall,
we haven't gotten one of those in a long time, and it feels like we're overdue to like see the state of the world.
yeah. So overall, I'm giving this fuck.
Last past 3 chapters.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Interesting. For some reason, I thought
nothing really big has happened. There's been more punching.
Yeah, that's been pretty good punching, but there's definitely a part we didn't need the little sister king. We didn't need that like scene where they show like all the people like gathering, the freaking mirrors on the island to like go get Luffy. It's sort of like stop making this more complicated. Stop adding more islands and more characters. Just like get them out of there.
Yeah, that's the other problem I've had is I know One Piece has always had a huge cast of characters, but it always felt self-contained to some extent for each arc, and it just after the time skip, they would just keep throwing more people in the mix, and sometimes I just don't know why the fuck they're there. I really don't know why they're there.
Well, I don't mind like when they just like, oh, here's another freaky member of Big Mom's crew. Look at who do you think she stuck to produce this thing here? But like not every one of them needs like an Oda box, and
They don't care. They don't matter. They don't fucking matter. Just I mean, some of them are cute, some of them are interesting, but then I keep going back to this. Like we didn't need bios and information on everyone in the fucking ring when they were fighting it out for the flare fruit. We didn't need that. No one cared. Fuck you. Fuck the boxing king. No one gives a flying fuck. I don't care about the goddamn bull. Nothing. None of this fucking matters. None of this matters. Just have a bunch of weird looking people we get no information about punch the shit at each other in the background. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right.
You want to give them like detailed backstories and shit. Do it the same way you always fucking did it. Do it in the goddamn fucking
Side
like
stories.
1 page side stories that we get. That's fine. That's fine. I would have been happy with that. If you want to introduce the fucking one punch king douche lord fuckface, like just like after the arc, like fighting the, I don't know, the fucking asshole with the goddamn cone for a head in the aftermath of the fucking shit, and like maybe going on a magical adventure to go get ice cream or some bullshit. You know what? I would have loved that. That would have been great. Okay, I fucking loved Eneru's fucking trip to the goddamn moon. Okay, it would have been fine. It would have been fine, but I didn't need it in the goddamn chapter.
Which begs the question: are you angry now that like the dwarves are going to make it to the Reverie with King Riku? You know what the saddest thing is? Like,
You know, I'm still pissed that they're actually in the goddamn like
fleet
side stories. Okay, I didn't need that. I didn't need more information on them. Just pick something else. Pick anything else. Fuck.
We did get like a little bit about Buggy's. Apparently the giants were his like highest earners, and they're all leaving him.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that. I fucking love that asshole. I just want nothing but the best for him. After all this shit is over, after everything else is like just gone to shit, after the world government topples, all I want is the one person who actually seems to know what he's doing when governing a group of people to step the fuck up and rebuild society. Because if anyone in this series is actually doing what a fucking like admiral should be doing, it's Buggy the fucking clown. He's not the most powerful person. He's not the biggest puncher. He doesn't punch above his weight class. But no. He can identify what people are good at and go send them to do it to earn money and make sure his shit is safe.
Yeah. I guess that is like a great thing of leadership that Buggy exemplifies more so than anyone else.
Yeah. Better ship captain than fucking Luffy. Like, I feel like Luffy's real role on the fucking ship is just like everyone just kind of tolerates his presence, something that needs punched, and they just kind of like let him loose on it. Like, I kind of like just imagine like in like all the downtime, I was like, can I do this? Don't touch that. Can I? No, don't. You'll break it. But I want to. No, I swear to God, you will get as much food as we can afford. You will just starve us all. Stop that.
Do you think that like during the few moments where he gets his like serious captaining moments, do you think they sort of like know they all the Straw Hats at this point instinctually know when to follow that and then just disregard him like 95% of the time?
Of course. Fucking course. Like it's basically just the entire crew just like knows on instinct, like, all right, he's right about 10% of the time. So whenever we can all look at each other and go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, we all go do it. The rest of the time, Nami just punches him in the head and we go about our business.
That'd be a funny fan comic. Just like, what really happens during the Straw Hat downtime, and it's just everyone just like telling Luffy to go away.
Yeah, pretty much. And why? Like, how the fuck else does he train? Like, he's distractible enough that the only time he's going to train is when he's bored enough to go do it, which means the rest of the Straw Hats have to constantly tell him to fuck off so they can actually do their job.
That's the biggest enigma, because like technically speaking, in canon, the only time we've ever seen Luffy train was when he was on the island with Riley.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like in my head canon, I like to think that Luffy just like when he's like staring at shit in his back of his mind, he's thinking like, man, if I pump blood through myself, maybe I'd go really faster. Holy shit. You know what? I think my bones are made out of rubber. I'm going to blow them up like a balloon, and then I can just hit things.
Yeah, I kind of want to see like a fan comic of just like the dumb shit he does, trying to come up with new attacks, and everyone just like booting him out of their part of the ship as he just does this stuff.
Is he just like an incredible hassle? Yeah. That sounds par for the course. All right, so I think that's a good discussion to get, all you gents familiar up with what Zavule's been thinking about these past few chapters. Thank you for this extra little piece of content, and thanks for hanging out with us and listening to us in our little podcast format. Is there a sticker you'd like to use for, your...
Oh, shit, that's right. I forgot we had those.
Yeah, I always keep having to remind you.
What do we got? What do we got here? Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's go with this.
That's a wink of them.
All right, that's it, folks.
That's it. So thank you for sticking around. Remember, lobsters and tennis, but don't you rabbit. Do you like clothes but hate shopping? Then T-Blocks is the subscription service for you. But I know what you're thinking. But Lobster, how is that any different than Loot Crate or the other subscription services? Well, T-Blocks sends you t-shirts, which is clothing, which is actually useful, unlike the useless swag junk that Loot Crate keeps peddling on gullible schmucks. And this isn't just knockoff brand crap. T-Blocks hooks you up with licensed shirts for all the stuff you love, because you need clothes. How else are you going to keep your puny human man flesh protected from the elements? T-shirts are useful for any occasion. Wear them, give them to friends, give them to enemies, knit them together, make a quilt. T-shirts are life. And you know the best part? It'll only cost you $6.99. That's right, you can get 12 shirts sent to you for once a month for only $6.99. And you know what? If ultra cheap licensed goods are too basic for you, then there's also the Community T-Block set, which features original designs from the best up-and-coming artists so you can keep that hipster street cred. But I'm here to save you even more money! Use the code LOBSTERTBX at checkout and you'll save 10% on any order. Be a t-shirt wearing god amongst mortals. Use the power of the most expensive seafood to get you the cheapest t-shirts now! Lobsters made of lights.